Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sonia, and today we are setting up our vision board, resetting for 2024 to make it the most successful year yet. I hope you got something to hydrate yourself with, because we're gonna go through a lot. We're gonna cover a lot of different areas. I'm gonna share with you all of my steps, how I do this, how I prep for 2024, and what are my plans of execution, because we can all plan until cows come home, but if we don't have a plan to execute these goals, then what is the point? So I have a list that I made up of things that I want to cover with you guys and talk about. So first thing is planning supplies. Now I have had shared a video on my new planner. I created a Franken planner, and what are my goals in using this planner. So in that planner I have several different sections. You can check out that video. I will link it up in the sky for you to check it out. But just to give you a little overview, I have divided it into goals, fitness, catch-all planner, my YouTube planner, and then also there is budget and home. So those are kind of areas that I am planning on working on based on my goals, except the catch-all planner, that's kind of doesn't belong in my goal section kind of thing. So my goals are divided into health and fitness, my businesses. Now this is a little bit of a wider section because I do have a couple different YouTube channels. I also have an Etsy shop as well as a blog, so that will be a bit more of an expanded section under goals. I also have self-care goals, my home goals, and then I also have so self-care is another one that I have a couple different areas to cover under there. I guess health and wellness, self-care kind of go side by side. I also want to create habits. Now I left a habit as its own section because every month I want to focus on a new habit and then create habit stacking. I have kind of started that mid-year last year, and it kind of have helped me with that. So every month at the beginning of the month I am going to decide which habit I'm going to be implementing for that month and work on it, plus all the other habits that I have been implementing. So one of the these habits can be personal, can be business, can be home habits, kind of routines, creating new routines for home cleaning and all that stuff. My home is a big one for me this year because the one thing that I have neglected over the last, I would say probably about a year and a half, is my home. I used to be very good, very scheduled. I had my routines, and I want to bring that back. So I have a whole section in my planner dedicated to that because I want to create these routines again. I want to be able to have an organized home, something that I enjoy spending time with, especially in wintertime. If you don't have a cluttered space or a space that makes you happy, it can bring on even more blues than the winter itself already does. So those are kind of what how I'm setting up my goals. Now I am going to set up my 10 goals for the year, and then every 4 months I'm going to split up those goals and focus on what goals I want to achieve in the 4-month period, so that way I can get closer to my yearly goal. I hope that makes sense. So what I'm going to be doing is taking that 4 months and splitting it monthly, so that way each month I will focus on something that will make me achieve the 4-month goal, and that way that 4-month goal will get me closer to achieving a year goal. Hope that makes sense. So speaking of the supplies, so I talked to you about my Franken planner. I also have a desktop planner. This is more of like my brain dump. It sits right in front of me where I do a lot of my work, and I can just write things down. For example, if I am watching a really interesting video, and it is something that I would like to create of my own. I will write it either in the notes section of the calendar, or I will actually pencil it in at a certain time that I would like this video to go to, so then when I get to that month, it will be in there for me. And I will do a reference so I know what I'm referencing, the video that I'm referencing to, or a blog post or whatever. So I have that. But this year I have also decided, so speaking of, I'm a very visual person, so I need things written down in front of me constantly. So I have boards here with notes and all that stuff. It's just how I operate. So I also this year had purchased on Amazon a giant year calendar, year at glance.
You'll need to unlock your iPad first.
Siri's talking to me. So and in here I am going to mark off any important dates. So I also run a home daycare, so besides all the other stuff that I do, my full-time job is a home daycare, and I have a completely separate planner for that, because that kind of needs its own thing. But I want to have all of my holidays in this planner, on this calendar. I want to have my workout scheduled on this planner. I want to have any big videos coming up, if I have a big collab, if I have a big collaboration that I'm working on, any of that stuff. Sorry, dude. Any of that stuff, I want to kind of just pencil it and not write in what it is, but just mark it off, and then that way I can reference into my calendar and see what I'm talking about. It's just simply to have something in my vision kind of all the time, so I don't overschedule myself. That has been very common for me last year, that I had put on so much on my plate and then I end up doing nothing. So that's what I would like to have that set up. I will probably put it on that ugly wall right there, so that way it's right where I can see it. So I had talked about my planners. Oh, and for my goal setting, I am using the Daily Grind Planner. I will link it down below for you to check it out if you would like to see. It has a section for a 4-month vision, and then it also has a 4-month habit tracking sheet, and it also has month of head lists and goals we can review. I will share all this stuff for you so you can see on the screen what that looks like. And then but also another thing that I had gotten on Etsy, it was my vision board setup. So, and it just has little, if you are struggling with creating your own vision, or you're not sure what your goals should be or what you want to work on for 2024, it's not a bad idea to have some journaling prompts, something that can, you know, prompt you into thinking what it is that you want to work on. So like, for example, this one, it came in the whole kit. I had separated some stuff because it had a whole bunch of stuff. So it has my best self, habits to change, skills to learn, value to enhance, qualities to adopt. So you can fill those in. Then vision board, it has different sections. You can change up these sections however you want. Now I have a giant dog behind me that I don't want to hit when I move my, I think you can see him right here. When I move my chair, I'm just trying to get my vision board out. He wasn't here when I started this. Alright, so I have a cork board that I'm going to be adding all of my stuff onto, so that way, and the cork board, I have a spot right here that's gonna go, so I have my vision writing my vision board, writing my vision. But this one kind of, you can write down things you want, and then you can go on Pinterest and you can create all the things you want on your vision board. Pinterest is great. You just search up for ideas, get it. You can print them out on a piece of paper and cut them out and put them there. You can also just print them out and put them in your planner. You can go take them, all the images, put them in Canva, create backgrounds for your computer. I did one that I have in my fitness, and I also have it on my vision board. But I had created a little vision board, what I want my health and fitness to look like. There's a couple quotes, there's just things I want to focus on and how I want things to look like, what I'm focusing on. So it's the first thing I see when I open my fitness planner, and I've actually created this several years back, and the goals still stand, so I just keep them in there. So like I said, you can create a whole bunch of different ones. You can make it a backdrop for your phone, a screen for your computer, or if you're like me, I want something big, you can have something big. You can also, and this is actually what I was thinking about doing this year, just because, again, I am very creative, hence I have a DIY channel as well, and I am a very visual person, so I was thinking about getting one of those sketchbooks, and then every time, because I do this on Pinterest, but I was thinking I would probably like it in a sketchbook where I can just kind of look at it without opening my computer, and every time I am decorating or doing something for my home or my backyard or whatever, I'm creating little vision boards of how I want things to look. Like I said, I have done this on Pinterest, and I've done it for like Christmas decor, Halloween decor, fall decor. When we were doing our main floral reno, I had created a whole Pinterest section on what I want, my inspirations, what I want things to look like. So I was thinking about going the extra step and putting it all in a sketchbook. I know for some people that's a lot of, like people that love digital, that's a lot of paper, but it's how I work best. So for me, let me know what you guys like. Do you like it more digital? Do you like it more on paper? I assuming if you're watching my planner videos, do you prefer paper as well? So that's that. So this section in here can just help you figure out what you want on your vision board, or you can simply use this to write it out. Maybe that's all you need. So there's a couple different vision board prompts here that you can fill out, and then you can separate your, again, into monthly visions, and then you also have a life wheel, and this can be kind of filled out every month of how you are achieving these goals. Like I said, I have a different way of tracking my goals in the planner, so I will be using that. I have purchased this. When did I purchase? I think I purchased it several years ago, I think, and I've been just kind of printing it out. But now with having this planner, it's a little bit easier. But there is a visualization section here as well. So this I think I'm going to be using, because, and another reason why I need the big huge calendar is because I am planning on, so I just finished 75 hard, which I shared a couple video, well, I think last video before this one, I shared my journey and the weight I lost, how I felt and all that stuff. So I want to continue that. So because I want to change my the way my relationship with food. So and I found the 75 hard because it was such a mental mind challenge. it really helped me with that. So I want to continue that throughout 2024. So in January, I will be starting Live Hard. I will link it down below what the 75 hard is and all that stuff. And like I said, and if you are wondering or if you've heard of it and want to check out that video, I will link it as well so you can check it out where I get more in depth. So anyway, so I want to start my January 1st with Live Hard, and then I'm gonna continue with 75 hard and Live Hard, kind of switching out. There's a whole podcast for you to listen to how you're supposed to do this. But anyways, so part of the Live Hard is visualization. So there is a whole sheet here. So I am going to use this definitely during that part. And then this is what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of days. It is letter to future me. Write a letter to the future, set goals for yourself, make a prediction about the world, envision the future, and then make it happen. And then also there is a letter to universe. This letter exercise will help you clear your mind from fear holding you back. Therefore, clearly state your desire and do not forget to show your gratitude and be proud of what you've been able to accomplish. So it's a little bit of journaling, which is a big goal of mine for 2024 as well. So I am going to definitely do that in the next couple of days, those two letters. So also, like I said, journaling. So I have a book that I'm planning on using for journaling. Actually, I just bought my daughter journaling book that she wanted to, and I was looking at it and it's quite interesting, so I might order myself one as well. But if I don't, I do have a gratitude book that I got at one of our trainings for daycare. So and it just has a couple lines of date, time, and day for your gratitude. So I'm not sure whether, like I said, I might use this, I might get myself one like that as well. We'll see. So I'm going to create my vision board now, and then I'm going to show it to you what it looks like. So I do go on Pinterest and just try to find pictures that represent some of my goals that are really nice to look at. Now, I'm not going to be completing the whole board, as you will see, because I do find that it is, especially the side that it's this year, because my vision board has two sides. It has 5 to 10 year goals or future goals, and then 1 year goals kind of thing. So I want to the side to the left will obviously be I will be adding stuff to it throughout the year, and even the 1 year goals might change, or if I finish a certain goal, maybe I want to add a new goal. So the whole board is not going to be completely finished. I also want to say that for a couple years, I used to pick a word for the year, but this year I really did not feel like that was necessary. It didn't really, I don't know, it didn't really kind of work out for me the way people would say it was. It could totally be on my part, not anything wrong with picking a word. But if I were to pick a word for this year, I would say control, because I do feel like I need to gain control over my life. And in this past year, I felt like things were out of hand and I didn't have as much control over, I would say probably my home life, my home in general, the whole cleanness and organization of it. I did feel it got out of control. So I do definitely want to gain control over that. Meal planning is another area where I want to gain control over that. I have just completely fallen off of that. So just things like that, that would be the word that I would choose. I also want to say another thing that I'm going to be working on besides the vision board for a successful 2024 is the week between Christmas and New Year's. I'm going to take time to reset some of my areas, like my office space is for sure, just to kind of have that clean start to the year. So like I said, lots of space still left to add things as they come about, especially onto this side. And now I'm going to set up my little areas so you can see what they look like. Okay, so I have set up everything. Don't mind the messy desk that's here, and that's part of the organization. So I did put my vision board there, and I just moved up the pictures so you can see everything. Because some of it was at the bottom. I will put it up. I just need my husband to put up some wood so I have somewhere to anchor it. So here is just random things that I pin. I have to switch out my calendar for 2024 body blocks. I have my book list here, then just some stuff for daycare related things like that. And then I have my 2 boards here that I fill out every month of all the content that's going up. And then this one I'm going to use like a month at glance, kind of more important dates that I'm going to put on there. So the only calendar that I did not put up is the big blue one that has all the months. I need to sit down with my husband and fill that out for some of the family things that we're going to be doing. So I want to do that before I put it up, because then it's a little harder to do it once it's up for all those things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it motivational. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you follow along, because I will be touching monthly on these goals and how I'm achieving them or failing at them. So stay tuned for that. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.
I am supposed to be the one you can trust. I feel so useless 'cause I let you down.